problem most enduro riders have is with their energy, and that comes down to what they're putting in here. So if you're just putting water in your hydration pack, you're missing out on a lot of the benefits of how you're going to feel after that first hour of riding. So what I'm going to do in this video is show you exactly what to put in your camelback for your next enduro ride, so that you don't hit the wall. You've got more consistent energy. You can enjoy your riding for a longer period of time. So first thing that we'll do, grab your camelback. This is a 3-litre camelback, so we'll pull the bladder out. We'll make it really easy. We'll disconnect it and we'll get rid of that one. So this is a 3-litre camelback. Most camelbacks will have some sort of markings on the inside. So there's 3 main things that we want to focus on to maximize your energy, maximize your hydration, and reduce cramping when you're riding. And we can do all of that by simply what we put in here. It takes no extra effort. You're probably already going to be having a drink from this thing anyway. So first thing what we want to do is we'll get rid of this lid. We want to make sure that we are getting in between 30 to 45 grams of carbohydrates for every hour of riding that we do. Okay, so if we're going riding for 1 hour, we want to have anywhere between 30 to 45 grams. So an easy way to be able to do that is to get a bottle of Powerade. Okay, this is a normal 600 ml bottle of Powerade. It's not a special no sugar one or anything else, just a normal Powerade. This has got 35 grams of carbs. It's a 600 ml bottle. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to crack this one open, if I don't spill it everywhere, and we're going to chuck 600 mils of Powerade straight into the camelback like that. Okay, so that's going to fill it up. So if we're riding for an hour, okay, we've still got another roughly 400 mils of liquid that we want to try and put in here for us to be able to get in. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try and multitask here. Is we're going to open up our bottle of water. And so let's say we're only going for a 1 hour ride. What we're going to do now is we're just going to fill this up to the 1 litre mark. So we're putting about 400 mils of water in there. There we go. This is a 600 ml bottle. I'll just put that one down there. So that's got our 1 litre mixture in there. Okay, we've got part water, we've got part Powerade, we've got our carbohydrates in there. Now, the third thing that we want to tackle is if you're someone who struggles with cramping, okay, and you sweat a lot, or you're a very salty sweater, and you'll know if you are because when you sweat and when your sweat dries, you'll feel like there's a lot of sand on you, and that's salt or sodium. So what we want to do is you might want to add in some extra salt, some extra sodium to help alleviate cramping if that is a problem for you. So as a target, we want to work towards about 1 gram of sodium, okay, for every litre of water that we have. Now, this is where it gets a little bit confusing, so hopefully this makes it easier for you. In a 1 bottle of Powerade, we've got about 168 milligrams of sodium. So let's round it up to 200 milligrams of sodium to make it easy. We want to be up around the gram mark. So we've got about 800 grams we've got to try and get in. So an easy way to be able to get that 800 grams in is just to use some sea salt, okay, which you can buy from the local supermarket. So to be able to get 800 grams of sodium out of your salt, you're going to need about 2 grams of salt, okay, 2 grams of sea salt. Now, in a teaspoon, there's 6 grams. So if you've got 1 whole teaspoon of salt in a teaspoon, that's 6 grams. We only want 2 grams. So what you can do is I've just got some salt here in the container to make it easier because I'm trying to hold this and do the salt at the same time. We just want to grab let me try. This is a bit harder than I thought. We want to grab about 1/3, okay, of a teaspoon full of salt, okay? And we're going to put that into our camelback as well. So we've got that in there with the Powerade and also with our water as well. So keep in mind that that's 1 litre, okay? That's for about an hour of riding. So if you're someone who's doing 2 hours of riding, we want to double this ingredient list. Double the amount of Powerade, double the amount of water, double the amount of salt. If we're doing 3 hours, we want to triple it. And we want to make sure that we're trying to consume, okay, that roughly 600 mils to a litre for every hour of riding. We're trying to be as consistent with that as we possibly can throughout the ride. So once we're done with that, we can put the lid back on, okay? We want to make sure that we shake it up. So obviously with the salt, we want to make sure the salt's dissolved as much as it can in our mixture that we've just made. We also want to make sure that we've mixed up the water with the Powerade and everything's in there working together. Last thing you want is to have no salt for the whole ride and then get to those last few mouthfuls and feel like you're drowning in the ocean. So once we've done that, you're good to go. You can hook it back up onto your camelback straw. So we'll do that. That's done. And then we can slide the bladder back in. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'll do it up here. Slide the bladder back in. Juggle it in there like that. We might have to undo. Oh, there we go. Should have fit in there. All right. Anyway, and then zip it up and then away you go. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you'd like some help with this stuff or like some help with your fitness for racing, apply for my Faster Laps program below. Otherwise, hopefully you enjoyed this video.